You guys had so much fun, well, for us, there was so much fun last season seeing the fights in the demi-monde with you guys. More of that this season?
There's so much more. It gets so much darker, and there is light for the characters as well. Well, for Victor, he finds happiness and joy in ways that he hasn't before, but he's also under more pressure, and the stakes are higher, and there's more fear and anxiety than he's experienced before. So it's sort of stretched. He's stretched in both ways. And I think this year, as a unit, as a kind of group, so Malcolm and Vanessa and Ethan, they're going from kind of getting on board with Sir Malcolm's journey to find out what's happening with his daughter and what happened to her, and now they find themselves more kind of under threat from a sort of dark occult force that's sort of coming to after them more. So it's sort of they find themselves more preyed upon than.
So basically they've poked the bear, is what you're saying, at the end of last season.
They've sort of scratched it, and then some dark vibe is coming. So there's characters that you think might be one thing and end up being something else. And so you're constantly kind of, there's a mystery at the centre of it, and the human drama, the kind of, the chemistry between them, all dealing with their own monsters and their own fears and sort of complications, but also coming together on this sort of joint venture, and I mean they're all just very fertile, rich characters that John has written, and so they all have amazing darkness going on, but also, you know, they're all kind of brilliant in their own way. They're all kind of have their uniqueness. So to get to roll them together and put them in the same room is always interesting. The
first creature killed the guy who was sort of becoming like a surrogate father to you. Are you sad that Van Helsing's out of the picture?
I am. I still cry myself to sleep nightly, and that's a shame. He's so nice. He was a good guy, Van Helsing, and I feel like I could have learned a lot from him, because he was just starting to tell me about vampires and that world. So, yeah, it was snatched from my grasp, this sort of fount of knowledge, and that was particularly savage.
It was.
Call of the creature to do that, but he knew that he had to get him out of my pocket.
Does it open up the door to bring in more horror characters into your storyline?
John's writing. I from reading the first few scripts, I was always there's this familiarity, which is some of the characters which you understand from previous literary novels and such, and a newness that you really don't know what's going to happen on the next page, and this Victorian, murky, dark, kind of sinister, gothic London is just such a ripe breeding ground for creatures, be them human or not, and the kind of world, the ethics of the time, the science of the time, there's witch hunts were still, you know, going on, and it's a very interesting time in history, and I think to sink a kind of fictional story back into that time is brilliant.